Hey guys, it's Adam here from Begone, and I'm going to take you through a tour of our Begone Ultrasonic dog trainer and what it looks like when you first receive it. So this is the box for the Ultrasonic dog trainer, and I'm just going to go ahead and open that up. Now, let me tell you one thing about the battery. This takes a 9-volt battery. On some of our devices, you'll see the batteries inside the compartment here with the actual device. On some of our other devices, the battery is located inside the device already, but it's not plugged in. And on yet some of the other ones, you might just find the battery floating loose in the bag for your shipment. So please look at the bag that you received. Now, inside the box, you'll find a little instruction card. So this video will pretty much tell you everything you need to know about using the device, but you should still refer to the instruction card. Our contact information is on the bottom of the instruction card, as well as being listed on the back of the box right here. So this is the Begone Ultrasonic dog device, and as I told you, you won't have a battery inside this to begin with. A battery will ship with it that looks like this. It's a typical 9-volt battery, basically the kind of battery you put inside of a smoke detector. So very common battery. We always ship one with the unit. Now, one thing I want to tell you about the battery compartment, this happens a lot. So we have a lot of complaints that basically people put this on wrong and they wind up breaking these little tabs right here, and then the back cover doesn't stay on. So let me show you a real cool trick of how to make sure you're doing this right. First of all, you should never put the device cover on like this and attempt to smash it down. That's what breaks the tabs on the back of the device. The easiest way to do this is to lay the device flat and then lay the cover flat, and then you can turn it over and see how everything's ready to go. And then essentially you just push it back in. Okay, it comes out just as easily. And as long as this battery cover is flat, you're not going to have any problems. The device cover will stay back on and it'll provide you years of service. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is actually put the battery in the device. All right, so open up the cover flat, just like I showed you. Set the cover aside. You'll find that inside the device is the battery connector. Okay, what you want to do is take this battery and plug it in oppositely. So the small one on the battery goes to the big one on the connector, and the big one on the connector goes to the small one on the battery, and vice versa. So basically what I'll do is I'll just snap this together. You hear a little click. It goes in there. Put the excess wiring back in with your finger. Put the battery in like this. It just slides in like that. And once again, put the battery cover on perfectly flat to avoid breaking the tabs on the back. Now your Begone device is ready to use. The Begone device settings are very, very simple, okay? And there's only one switch here and one button here. When my button is in the forwardmost position that says light, Begone is just simply a flashlight and nothing else. Pressing the button in this mode does nothing, okay? So it's just a straight up flashlight. It's for to light your way in the dark. It basically does nothing at all in that mode other than act as a flashlight. Now, the main training mode is the one that with the Roman numeral 1. Set that in the middle, and now you'll find that there's no light on until I press the button. Now, you won't be able to hear the ultrasonic tone it's making. Your dog will, however. And essentially what happens is you know that it's working is when you press the Begone on button, these two little lights flash. That tells you it's working, and it gives you a visual cue to basically correct your dog. So when he stops barking, after seeing this light and hearing this tone, you will then correct your dog according to the instructions. So that is the #1 training mode. I would say that 80 to 90% of your training is going to be conducted in the #1 mode. The #2 mode is what we call chaser. The reason why it's called that is because it is a much louder mode that shouldn't be used inside your house, although it can be used on a dog in a large field, in a crowded dog park where there's a lot more ambient noise outside. That's essentially what this mode is. The reason why it's called chaser is it can also be used as a deterrent to an aggressive dog that's trying to charge you or something along that line. So it's basically a lot more powerful of a mode. Now you'll find that in the chaser mode, when I press the on button, you'll see a flashing light. That's because it has a laser. So not only does the light activate, as you can see here, but the laser activates as well. This laser should never be shone in your dog's eyes. It shouldn't be treated as a toy. You can see the laser beam on there. It's basically to deter an aggressive charging dog. So basically the way you'll use this mode is if you're far away outside, you usually just point it downwards so that the laser doesn't get in your dog's eye. And then he will be able to hear the much louder tone and respond to your correction. Or if there's a stranger dog that's charging you, you can use the laser to flash in his eyes to distract him. But again, that would not be used on your dog. Bark Begone is a very, very simple device. The 9-volt battery will last dozens and dozens of hours. We predict, something in the range of 80 to 100 hours of use, which is a long time because every time you press this button, it's, a few seconds of use. Also, I want to tell you that when it's just sitting here and no button is being pressed, no sound is being emitted. So it's totally safe to leave in a drawer. The one thing I would do is leave it in the #1 training mode so that it's ready to go. And you can just leave it in your nightstand drawer, in your pocket, in your glove compartment, whatever have you. And this device will work whenever you need it to and will not emit noise until you press this button. If you need any technical support, we're here to help you. Not only is our information at the bottom of this instruction card, as I've already stated, it's also on the back of the box. So you can contact us at any time. We have Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Pacific hours, and email support on weekends as well. Please catch us at www.barkbegone.com. Thanks so much for your business, and we hope you enjoy your dog training device.